شاء الله تبارك الله. الحمد لله. ما شاء الله. Bismillah. We're in Surah Al-Dhariyat, verse 31, page 522. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين لنرسل عليهم حجارة من طين مسومة عند ربك للمسرفين فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين فما وجدنا فيها غير بيت من المسلمين وتركنا فيها آية للذين يخافون العذاب الأليم. وفي موسى إذ أرسلناه إلى فرعون بسلطان مبين فتولى بركنه وقال ساحر مجنون فأخذناه وجنوده فنبذناهم في اليم وهو مليم. وفي عاد إذ أرسلنا عليهم الريح الحكيم ما تذر من شيء أتت عليه إلا جعلته كالرميم. وفي ثمود إذ قيل لهم تمتعوا حتى حين فاعتوا عن أمر ربهم فأخذتهم الصاعقة وهم ينظرون وما استطاعوا من قيام وما كانوا منتصرين. وقوم نوح من قبل إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين. والسماء بنيناها بأيد وإننا موسعون والأرض فرشناها فنعم الماهدون. ومن كل شيء خلقنا زوجين لعلكم تذكرون ففروا إلى الله إني لكم منه نذير مبين. ولا تجعلوا مع الله إلها آخر إني لكم منه نذير مبين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. كذلك ما أتى الذين من قبلهم من رسول إلا قالوا ساحر أو مجنون أتواصوا به بل هم قوم طاغون فتول عنهم فما أنت بملوم وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين. فإن للذين ظلموا ذنوبا مثل ذنوب أصحابهم فلا يستعجلون فويل للذين كفروا من يومهم الذي يوعدون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والطور وكتاب مسطور في رق منشور والبيت المعمور والسقف المرفوع والبحر المسجور إن عذاب ربك لواقع ما له من دافع يوم تمور السماء مورا وتسير الجبال سيرا فويل يومئذ للمكذبين الذين هم في خوض يلعبون يوم يدعون إلى نار جهنم دعا هذه النار التي كنتم بها تكذبون.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أفسحر هذا أم أنتم لا تبصرون اصلوها فاصبروا أو لا تصبروا سواء عليكم إنما تجزون ما كنتم تعملون. إن المتقين في جنات ونعيم فاكهين بما آتاهم ربهم ووقاهم ربهم عذاب الجحيم. كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما كنتم تعملون متكئين على سرر مصفوفة وزوجناهم بحور عين. والذين آمنوا واتبعتهم ذريتهم بإيمان ألحقنا بهم ذريتهم وما ألتناهم من عملهم من شيء كل امرئ بما كسب رهين. وأمددناهم بفاكهة ولحم مما يشتهون يتنازعون فيها كأسا لا لغو فيها ولا تأثيم. ويطوف عليهم غلمان لهم كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون. وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون قالوا إنا كنا قبل في أهلنا مشفقين فمن الله علينا ووقانا عذاب السموم إنا كنا من قبل ندعوه إنه هو البر الرحيم. فذكر فما أنت بنعمة ربك بكاهن ولا مجنون أم يقولون شاعر نتربص به ريب المنون قل تربصوا فإني معكم من المتربصين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أم تأمرهم أحلامهم بهذا أم هم قوم طاغون أم يقولون تقوله بل لا يؤمنون فليأتوا بحديث مثله إن كانوا صادقين أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون أم خلقوا السماوات والأرض بل لا يوقنون أم عندهم خزائن ربك أم هم المسيطرون أم لهم سلم يستمعون فيه فليأتي مستمعهم بسلطان مبين أم له البنات ولكم البنون أم تسألهم أجرا فهم من مغرم مثقلون أم عندهم الغيب فهم يكتبون أم يريدون كيدا فالذين كفروا هم المكيدون أم لهم إله غير الله سبحان الله عما يشركون وإن يروا كسفا من السماء ساقطا يقولوا سحاب مركوم فذرهم حتى يلاقوا يومهم الذي فيه يصعقون يوم لا يغني عنهم كيدهم شيئا ولا هم ينصرون وإن للذين ظلموا عذابا دون ذلك ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون واصبر لحكم ربك فإنك بأعيننا وسبح بحمد ربك حين تقوم ومن الليل فسبحه وإدبار النجوم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى علمه شديد القوى ذو مرة فاستوى وهو بالأفق الأعلى ثم دنا فتدلى فكان قاب قوسين أو أدنى فأوحى إلى عبده ما أوحى ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى أفتمارونه على ما يرى ولقد رآه نزلة أخرى عند سدرة المنتهى عندها جنة المأوى إذ يغشى السدرة ما يغشى ما زاغ البصر ما طغى لقد رأى من آيات ربه الكبرى أفرأيتم اللات والعزى ومناة الثالثة الأخرى ألكم الذكر وله الأنثى تلك إذا قسمة ضيزى إن هي إلا أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما أنزل الله بها من سلطان إن يتبعون إلا الظن وما تهوى الأنفس ولقد جاءهم من ربهم الهدى أم للإنسان ما تمنى فلله الآخرة والأولى وكم من ملك في السماوات لا تغني شفاعتهم شيئا إلا من بعد أن يأذن الله لمن يشاء ويرضى إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة لا يسمون الملائكة تسمية الأنثى وما لهم به من علم إن يتبعون إلا الظن وإن الظن لا يغني من الحق شيئا فأعرض عمن تولى عن ذكرنا ولم يرد إلا الحياة الدنيا ذلك مبلغهم من العلم إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بمن اهتدى ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ليجزي الذين أساءوا بما عملوا ويجزي الذين أحسنوا بالحسنى الذين يجتنبون كبائر الإثم والفواحش إلا اللمم إن ربك واسع المغفرة وأعلم بكم إذ أنشأكم من الأرض وإذ أنتم أجنة في بطون أمهاتكم فلا تزكوا أنفسكم هو أعلم بمن اتقى أفرأيت الذي تولى وأعطى قليلا وأكدا أعنده علم الغيب فهو يرى أم لم ينبئ بما في صحف موسى وإبراهيم الذي وفى ألا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى وليس للإنسان إلا ما سعى وأن سعيه سوف يرى ثم يجزاه الجزاء الأوفى وأن إلى ربك المنتهى وأنه أضحك وأبكى وأنه أمات وأحيا
وأنه خلق الزوجين الذكر والأنثى من نطفة إذا تمنى وأن عليه النشأة الأخرى وأنه هو أغنى وأقنى وأنه هو رب الشعرى وأنه أهلك عادا الأولى وثمود فما أبقى وقوم نوح من قبل إنهم كانوا هم أظلم وأطغى والمتفكة أهوى فغشاها ما غشا فبأي آلاء ربك تتمارى هذا نذير من النذر الأولى أزفت الآزفة ليس لها من دون الله كاشفة أفمن هذا الحديث تعجبون وتضحكون ولا تبكون وأنتم سامدون فاسجدوا لله واعبدوه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر وإن يروا آية يعرض ويقول سحر مستمر وكذبوا واتبعوا أهواءهم وكل أمر مستقر ولقد جاءهم من الأنباء ما فيه مزدجر حكمة بالغة فما تغني النذر فتولى عنهم يوم يدعو الداعي إلى شيء نكر.
خش عن أبصارهم يخرجون من الأجداث كأنهم جراد منتشر مهطعين إلى الداعي يقول الكافرون هذا يوم عسر كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح فكذبوا عبدنا وقالوا مجنون وازدجر فدعا ربه أني مغلوب فانتصر ففتحنا أبواب السماء بماء منهمر وفجرنا الأرض عيونا فالتقى الماء على أمر قد قدر وحملناه على ذات ألواح ودسر تجري بأعيننا جزاء لمن كان كفر ولقد تركناها آية فهل من مدكر فكيف كان عذابي ونذر ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر كذبت عاد فكيف كان عذابي ونذر إنا أرسلنا عليهم ريحا صرصرا في يوم نحس مستمر تنزع الناس كأنهم أعجاز نخل منقعر فكيف كان عذابي ونذر ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر كذبت ثمود بالنذر فقالوا وبشرا منا واحدا نتبعه إنا إذا لفي ضلال وسعر ألقي الذكر عليه من بيننا بل هو كذاب أشر سيعلمون غدا من الكذاب الأشر إنا مرسل الناقة فتنة لهم فارتقبهم واصطبر
ونبئهم أن الماء قسمة بينهم كل شرب محتضر فنادوا صاحبهم فتعاطى فعقر فكيف كان عذابي ونذر إنا أرسلنا عليهم صيحة واحدة فكانوا كهشيم المحتضر ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر كذبت قوم لوط بالنذر إنا أرسلنا عليهم حاصبا إلا آل لوط نجيناهم بسحر نعمة من عندنا كذلك نجزي من شكر ولقد أنذرهم بطشتنا فتماروا بالنذر ولقد راودوه عن ضيفه فطمسنا أعينهم فذوقوا عذابي ونذر ولقد صبحهم بكرة عذاب مستقر فذوقوا عذابي ونذر ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر ولقد جاء آل فرعون النذر كذبوا بآياتنا كلها فأخذناهم أخذ عزيز مقتدر أكفاركم خير من أولئكم أم لكم براءة في الزبور أم يقولون نحن جميع منتصر سيهزم الجمع ويولون الدبر بل الساعة موعدهم والساعة أدهى وأمر إن المجرمين في ضلال وسعور يوم يسحبون في النار على وجوههم ذوقوا مس سقر إنا كل شيء خلقناه بقدر
وما أمرنا إلا واحدة كلمح بالبصر ولقد أهلكنا أشياعهم فهل من مدكر
أشياعكم فهل من مدكر وكل شيء فعلوه في الزبر وكل صغير وكبير مستطر إن المتقين في جنات ونهر في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن، خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
رب المشركين ورب المغربين فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. مرج البحرين يلتقيان بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. وله الجوار المنشآت في البحر كالأعلام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. يسأله من في السماوات والأرض كل يوم هو في شأن فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. سنفرغ لكم أيها الثقلان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. يرسل عليكما شواظ من نار ونحاس فلا تنتصران فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فإذا انشقت السماء فكانت وردة كالدهان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيومئذ لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. هذه جهنم التي يكذب بها المجرمون يطوفون بينها وبين حميم آن فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ولمن خاف مقام ربه جنتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ذواتا أفنان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهما عينان تجريان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهما من كل فاكهة زوجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. متكئين على فرش بطائنها من استبرق وجنى الجنتين دان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهن قاصرات الطرف لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. كأنهن الياقوت والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ومن دونهما جنتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. مدهامتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهما عينان نضاختان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
فيهما فاكهة ونخل ورمان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهن خيرات حسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. حور مقصورات في الخيام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان متكئين على رفرف خضر وعبقري حسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة والسابقون السابقون أولئك المقربون في جنات النعيم ثلة من الأولين وقليل من الآخرين على سرر موضونة متكئين عليها متقابلين
يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون بأكواب وأباريق وكأس من معين لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون وفاكهة مما يتخيرون ولحم طير مما يشتهون وحور عين كأمثال اللؤلؤ المكنون جزاء بما كانوا يعملون لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا تأثيما إلا قيلا سلاما سلاما وأصحاب اليمين ما أصحاب اليمين في سدر مخضود وطلح منضود وظل ممدود وماء مسكوب وفاكهة كثيرة لا مقطوعة ولا ممنوعة وفرش مرفوعة إنا أنشأناهن إن شاء فجعلناهن أبكارا عربا أترابا لأصحاب اليمين ثلة من الأولين وثلة من الآخرين وأصحاب الشمال ما أصحاب الشمال في سموم وحميم وظل من يحموم لا بارد ولا كريم إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك مترفين وكانوا يصرون على الحنث العظيم وكانوا يقولون أئذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أئنا لمبعوثون أو آباؤنا الأولون قل إن الأولين والآخرين لمجموعون إلى ميقات يوم معلوم
ثم إنكم أيها الضالون المكذبون لآكلون من شجر من زقوم فمالئون منها البطون فشاربون عليه من الحميم فشاربون شرب الهيم هذا نزلهم يوم الدين نحن خلقناكم فلولا تصدقون أفرأيتم ما تمنون أأنتم تخلقونه أم نحن الخالقون نحن قدرنا بينكم الموت وما نحن بمسبوقين على أن نبدل أمثالكم وننشئكم فيما لا تعلمون ولقد علمتم النشأة الأولى فلولا تذكرون أفرأيتم ما تحرثون أأنتم تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون لو نشاء لجعلناه حطاما فظلتم تفكهون إنا لمغرمون بل نحن محرومون أفرأيتم الماء الذي تشربون أأنتم أنزلتموه من المزن أم نحن المنزلون لو نشاء جعلناه أجاجا فلولا تشكرون أفرأيتم النار التي تورون أأنتم أنشأتم شجرتها أم نحن المنشئون نحن جعلناها تذكرة ومتاعا للمقوين فسبح باسم ربك العظيم فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم وإنه لقسم لو تعلمون عظيم
إنه لقرآن كريم في كتاب مكنون لا يمسه إلا المطهرون تنزيل من رب العالمين أفبهذا الحديث أنتم مدهنون وتجعلون رزقكم أنكم تكذبون فلولا إذا بلغت الحلقوم وأنتم حينئذ تنظرون ونحن أقرب إليه منكم ولكن لا تبصرون فلولا إن كنتم غير مدينين ترجعونها إن كنتم صادقين فأما إن كان من المقربين فروح وريحان وجنة نعيم وأما إن كان من أصحاب اليمين فسلام لك من أصحاب اليمين وأما إن كان من المكذبين الضالين فنزل من حميم وتصلية الجحيم إن هذا لهو الحق اليقين فسبح باسم ربك العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح لله ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وعلى كل شيء قدير هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم.
هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير. له ملك السماوات والأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور. يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وهو عليم بذات الصدور. آمنوا بالله ورسوله وأنفقوا مما جعلكم مستخلفين فيه فالذين آمنوا منكم وأنفقوا لهم أجر كبير. وما لكم لا تؤمنون بالله والرسول يدعوكم لتؤمنوا بربكم وقد أخذ ميثاقكم إن كنتم مؤمنين. هو الذي ينزل على عبده آيات بينات ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وإن الله بكم لرؤوف رحيم. وما لكم ألا تنفقوا في سبيل الله ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض لا يستوي منكم من أنفق من قبل الفتح وقاتل أولئك أعظم درجة من الذين أنفقوا من بعد وقاتلوا وكلا وعد الله الحسنى والله بما تعملون خبير. من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له وله أجر كريم.
يوم ترى المؤمنين والمؤمنات يسعى نورهم بين أيديهم وبأيمانهم بشراكم اليوم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ذلك هو الفوز العظيم. يوم يقول المنافقون والمنافقات للذين آمنوا انظرونا نقتبس من نوركم قيل ارجعوا وراءكم فالتمسوا نورا فضرب بينهم بسور له باب باطنه فيه الرحمة وظاهره من قبله العذاب ينادونهم ألم نكن معكم قالوا بلى ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم وتربصتم وارتبتم وغرتكم الأماني حتى جاء أمر الله وغركم بالله الغرور فاليوم لا يؤخذ منكم فدية ولا من الذين كفروا مأواكم النار هي مولاكم وبئس المصير. ألم يأن للذين آمنوا أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق ولا يكونوا كالذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبل فطال عليهم الأمد فقست قلوبهم وكثير منهم فاسقون. اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها قد بينا لكم الآيات لعلكم تعقلون. إن المصدقين والمصدقات وأقرضوا الله قرضا حسنا يضاعف لهم ولهم أجر كريم.
والذين آمنوا بالله ورسله أولئك هم الصديقون والشهداء عند ربهم لهم أجرهم ونورهم. والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم. يعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور. سابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها كعرض السماء والأرض أعدت للذين آمنوا بالله ورسله ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. ما أصاب من مصيبة في الأرض ولا في أنفسكم إلا في كتاب من قبل أن نبرأها إن ذلك على الله يسير لكي لا تأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما آتاكم والله لا يحب كل مختال فخور. الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ومن يتول فإن الله هو الغني الحميد.
لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد ومنافع للناس وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله بالغيب إن الله قوي عزيز. ولقد أرسلنا نوحا وإبراهيم وجعلنا في ذريتهما النبوة والكتاب فمنهم مهتد وكثير منهم فاسقون. ثم قفينا على آثارهم برسلنا وقفينا بعيسى ابن مريم وآتيناه الإنجيل وجعلنا في قلوب الذين اتبعوه رأفة ورحمة ورهبانية ابتدعوها ما كتبناها عليهم إلا ابتغاء رضوان الله فما رعوها حق رعايتها فآتينا الذين آمنوا منهم أجرهم وكثير منهم فاسقون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته ويجعل لكم نورا تمشون به ويغفر لكم والله غفور رحيم. لئلا يعلم أهل الكتاب ألا يقدرون على شيء من فضل الله وأن الفضل بيد الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم.
So we're on page 522. We will read the English translation, inshallah ta'ala, from the clear Quran. So Surah Al-Dhariyat, verse 31. Bismillah. Description of the people of Lot. Later, Abraham asked, "What is your mission, O messenger angels?" They replied, "We have actually been sent to a wicked people to send upon them stones of baked clay, marked by your Lord for the transgressors." Then before the torment, we evacuated the believers from the city, but we only found one family that had submitted to Allah, and we have left a sign there as a lesson for those who fear the painful punishment. Destruction of Pharaoh's people. And in the story of Moses was another lesson, when we sent him to Pharaoh with compelling proof, but Pharaoh was carried away by his power, saying of Moses, a magician or a madman. So we seized him and his soldiers, casting them into the sea while he was blameworthy. Destruction of the people of Hud. And in the story of Ad was another lesson, when we sent against them the devastating wind. There was nothing it came upon that it did not reduce to ashes. Destruction of the people of Salih. And in the story of Thamud was another lesson, when they were told, "Enjoy yourselves only for a short while." Still they persisted in defying the commands of their Lord, so they were overtaken by a mighty blast while they were looking on. Then they were not able to rise up, nor were they helped. Destruction of the people of Noah. And the people of Noah had also been destroyed earlier. They were truly a rebellious people. Allah's power of creation. We built the universe with great might, and we are certainly expanding it. As for the earth, we spread it out. How superbly did we smooth it out. And we created pairs of all things, so perhaps you would be mindful. Wake-up call to the deniers. So proclaim, O Prophet, flee to Allah. I am truly sent by him with a clear warning to you. And do not set up another God with Allah. I am truly sent by him with a clear warning to you. Earlier deniers. Similarly, no messenger came to those before them without being told, a magician or a madman. Have they passed this cliche down to one another? In fact, they have all been a transgressing people. So now turn away from them, O Prophet, for you will not be blamed, but continue to remind, for certainly reminders benefit the believers. The purpose of life. I did not create jinn and humans except to worship me. I seek no provision from them, nor do I need them to feed me. Indeed, Allah alone is the supreme provider, Lord of all power, ever mighty. Warning to the deniers. The wrongdoers will certainly have a share of the torment like that of their predecessors. So do not let them ask me to hasten it. Woe then to the disbelievers when they face their day which they are warned of. Surah At-Tur, Mount Tur. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Judgment is the truth. By Mount Tur, and by the book written on open pages for all to read, and by the sacred house frequently visited, and by the canopy raised high, and by the seas set on fire. Indeed, the punishment of your Lord will come to pass. None will avert it. On the day the heavens will be shaken violently, and the mountains will be blown away entirely. Horrors awaiting the deniers. Then woe on that day to the deniers, those who amuse themselves with falsehood. It is the day they will be fiercely shoved into the fire of hell. They will be told, this is the fire which you used to deny. Is this magic, or do you not see? Burn in it. It is the same whether you endure it patiently or not. You are only rewarded for what you used to do. Pleasures awaiting the faithful. Indeed, the righteous will be in gardens and bliss, enjoying whatever their Lord will have granted them, and their Lord will have protected them from the torment of the hellfire. They will be told, eat and drink happily for what you used to do. They will be reclining on thrones, neatly lined up, facing each other, and we will pair them to maidens with gorgeous eyes. As for those who believe and whose descendants follow them in faith, we will elevate their descendants to their rank, never discounting anything of the reward of their deeds. Every person will reap only what they sowed, and we will continually provide them with whatever fruit or meat they desire. They will pass around to each other a drink of pure wine, which leads to no idle talk or sinfulness, and they will be waited on by their youthful servants like spotless pearls. Remembering past lives in paradise, they will turn to one another inquisitively. They will say, before this reward, we used to be in awe of Allah in the midst of our people. So Allah has graced us and protected us from the torment of hell's scorching heat. Indeed, we used to call upon Him alone before. He is truly the most kind, most merciful. Why do Meccans deny the truth? So continue to remind all, O Prophet, for you, by the grace of your Lord, are not a fortune teller or a madman. Or do they say, he is a poet for whom we eagerly await an ill fate? Say, keep waiting. I too am waiting with you. Or do their intelligent minds prompt them to this paradox? Or are they just a transgressing people? Or do they say, he made this Quran up? In fact, they have no faith. Let them then produce something like it if what they say is true. Or were they created by nothing? Or are they their own creators? Or did they create the heavens and the earth? In fact, they have no firm belief in Allah. Or do they possess the treasuries of your Lord? Or are they in control of everything? Or do they have a stairway by which they eavesdrop on the heavens? Then let those who do so bring a compelling proof. Or does he have daughters as you claim, while you prefer to have sons? Or are you, O Prophet, asking them for a reward for the message so that they are overburdened by debt? Or do they have access to the record in the unseen, so they copy it for all to see? Or do they intend to scheme against the Prophet? Then it is the disbelievers who will fall victim to their schemes. Or do they have a God other than Allah? Glorified is Allah far above what they associate with Him. Reassuring the Prophet, if they were to see a deadly piece of the sky fall down upon them, still they would say, this is just a pile of clouds. So leave them until they face their day in which they will be struck dead. The day their scheming will be of no benefit to them whatsoever, nor will they be helped. Also, the wrongdoers will certainly have another torment before that day, but most of them do not know. So be patient with your Lord's decree, for you are truly under our watchful eyes. and glorify the praises of your Lord when you rise, and glorify him during part of the night and at the fading of the stars. Surah An-Najm, the stars. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, the Prophet's encounter. By the stars when they fade away, your fellow man is neither misguided nor astray, nor does he speak of his own whims. It is only a revelation sent down to him. He has been taught by one of mighty power and great perfection, who once rose to his true form while on the highest point above the horizon. Then he approached the Prophet, coming so close that he was only 2 arms lengths away or even less. Then Allah revealed to his servant what he revealed. The Prophet's heart did not doubt what he saw. How can you, O pagans, then dispute him regarding what he saw? And he certainly saw that angel descend a second time at the lote tree of the most extreme limit in the 7th heaven, near which is the garden of eternal residence, while the lote tree was overwhelmed with heavenly splendors. The Prophet's sight never wandered, nor did it overreach. He certainly saw some of his Lord's greatest signs. Wake-up call to pagans. Now, have you considered the idols of Lat and Uzza? And the third one, Manat, as well? Do you prefer to have sons while you attribute to him daughters? Then this is truly a biased distribution. These idols are mere names that you and your forefathers have made up, a practice Allah has never authorized. They follow nothing but inherited assumptions and whatever their souls desire, although true guidance has already come to them from their Lord. Or should every person simply have whatever intercessors they desire? In fact, to Allah alone belongs this world and the next. Imagine how many noble angels are in the heavens. Even their intercession would be of no benefit whatsoever until Allah gives permission to whoever He wills, and only for the people He approves. Are angels Allah's daughters? Indeed, those who do not believe in the hereafter label angels as female, although they have no knowledge in support of this. They follow nothing but inherited assumptions, and surely assumptions can in no way replace the truth. So turn away, O Prophet, from whoever has shunned our reminder, only seeking the fleeting life of this world. This is the extent of their knowledge. Surely your Lord knows best who has strayed from his way and who is rightly guided. Allah knows who is righteous. To Allah alone belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, so that He may reward the evildoers according to what they did, and reward the good doers with the finest reward. Those who avoid major sins and shameful deeds, despite stumbling on minor sins. Surely your Lord is infinite in forgiveness. He knew well what would become of you as He created you from the earth, and while you were still fetuses in the wombs of your mothers. So do not falsely elevate yourselves. He knows best who is truly righteous. The one who returned to disbelief. Have you seen the one who turned away from Islam and initially paid a little for his salvation and then stopped? Does he have the knowledge of the unseen so that he sees the hereafter? Or has he not been informed of what is in the scripture of Moses and that of Abraham, who perfectly fulfilled his covenant? They state that no soul burdened with sin will bear the burden of another, and that each person will only have what they endeavored towards, and that the outcome of their endeavors will be seen in their record. Then they will be fully rewarded, and that to your Lord alone is the ultimate return of all things. It is all in Allah's hands. Moreover, He is the one who brings about joy and sadness, and He is the one who gives life and causes death. And He created the pairs, males and females, from a sperm drop when it is emitted, and it is upon Him to bring about recreation. And He is the one who enriches and impoverishes, and He alone is the Lord of Sirius. And He destroyed the first people of Ad and then Thamud, sparing no one. And before that He destroyed the people of Noah, who were truly far worse in wrongdoing and transgression. And it was He who turned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah upside down. How overwhelming was what covered them. Now which of your Lord's favors will you dispute? Warning to Arab pagans. The prophet is a warner like earlier ones. The approaching hour has drawn near. None but Allah can disclose it. Do you find this revelation astonishing, laughing at it and not weeping in awe, while persisting in heedlessness? Instead, prostrate to Allah and worship Him alone. Surah Al-Qamar, the moon. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Warning to Meccan deniers. The hour has drawn near and the moon was split in two. Yet whenever they see a sign, they turn away, saying, same old magic. They rejected the truth and followed their own desires, and every matter will be settled, even though the stories of destroyed nations that have already come to them are a sufficient deterrent. This Quran is profound in wisdom, but warnings are of no benefit to them. So turn away from them, O Prophet, and wait for the day when the caller will summon them for something horrifying. With eyes downcast, they will come forth from the graves as if they were swarming locusts, rushing towards the caller. The disbelievers will cry, this is a difficult day. The people of Noah. Before them, the people of Noah denied the truth and rejected our servant, calling him insane. And he was intimidated, so he cried out to his Lord, I am helpless, so help me. So we opened the gates of the sky with pouring rain, and caused the earth to burst with springs, so the waters met for a fate already set. We carried him on that ark made of planks and nails, sailing under our watchful eyes, a fair punishment on behalf of the one they denied. We certainly left this as a sign, so is there anyone who will be mindful? Then how dreadful were my punishment and warnings. And we have certainly made the Quran easy to remember, so is there anyone who will be mindful? The people of Hud. Ad also rejected the truth. Then how dreadful were my punishment and warnings. Indeed, we sent against them a furious wind on a day of unrelenting misery that snatched people up, leaving them like trunks of uprooted palm trees. Then how dreadful were my punishment and warnings. And we have certainly made the Quran easy to remember. So is there anyone who will be mindful? The people of Salih. Thamud rejected the warnings as well, arguing, how can we follow one average human being from among us? We would then truly be misguided and insane. Has the revelation been sent down only to him out of all of us? In fact, he is a boastful liar. It was revealed to Salih. They will soon know who the boastful liar is. We are sending the she-camel as a test for them, so watch them closely and have patience. And tell them that the drinking water must be divided between them and her, each taking a turn to drink every other day. But they roused a companion of theirs, so he dared to kill her. Then how dreadful were my punishment and warnings. Indeed, we sent against them only one mighty blast, leaving them like the twigs of fence builders. And we have certainly made the Quran easy to remember. So is there anyone who will be mindful? The people of Lot. The people of Lot also rejected the warnings. We unleashed upon them a storm of stones. As for the believers of Lot's family, we delivered them before dawn as a blessing from us. This is how we reward whoever gives thanks. He had already warned them of our crushing blow, but they disputed the warnings, and they even demanded his angel guests from him. So we blinded their eyes, and they were told, taste then my punishment and warnings. And indeed, by the early morning, they were overwhelmed by an unrelenting torment. Again they were told, taste now my punishment and warnings. And we have certainly made the Quran easy to remember. So is there anyone who will be mindful? The people of Pharaoh. And indeed the warnings also came to the people of Pharaoh, but they rejected all of our signs. So we seized them with the crushing grip of the Almighty, most powerful. Warning to pagan deniers. Now, are you Meccan disbelievers superior to those destroyed peoples? Or have you been granted immunity from punishment in divine books? Or do they say, we are all a united front, bound to prevail? Soon their united front will be defeated and forced to flee. Better yet, the hour is their appointed time, and the hour will be most catastrophic and most bitter. Indeed, the wicked are entrenched in misguidance and are bound for blazes. On the day they will be dragged into the fire on their faces, they will be told, "Taste the touch of hell." Indeed, we have created everything perfectly preordained. Our command is but a single word, done in the blink of an eye. We have already destroyed the likes of you, so will any of you be mindful? Everything they have done is listed in their records. Every matter, small and large, is written precisely. Reward of the righteous. Indeed, the righteous will be amid gardens and rivers, at the seat of honor, in the presence of the most powerful sovereign. Surah Ar-Rahman, the most compassionate. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Allah's favors, number 1, speech. The most compassionate taught the Quran, created humanity, and taught them speech. Favor number 2, the universe. The sun and the moon travel with precision. The stars and the trees bow down in submission. As for the sky, he raised it high and set the balance of justice so that you do not defraud the scales. Weigh with justice and do not give short measure. Favor number 3, provisions. He laid out the earth for all beings. In it are fruit, palm trees with date stalks, and grain with husks, and aromatic plants. Then, which of your Lord's favors will you humans and jinn both deny? Favor number 4, humans and jinn. We created humankind from sounding clay like pottery, and created jinn from a smokeless flame of fire. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Favor number 5, natural marvels. He is Lord of the 2 easts and the 2 wests. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? He merges the 2 bodies of fresh and salt water, yet between them is a barrier they never cross. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Out of both waters come forth pearls and coral. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? To him belong the ships with raised sails, sailing through the seas like mountains. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Only Allah is eternal. Every being on earth is bound to perish. Only your Lord himself, full of majesty and honor, will remain forever. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? All stand in need of Allah. All those in the heavens and the earth are dependent on him. Day in and day out, he has something to bring about. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Punishment of the people of the left. We will soon attend to you for judgment, O 2 multitudes of jinn and humans. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? O assembly of jinn and humans, if you can penetrate beyond the realms of the heavens and the earth, then do so. But you cannot do that without our authority. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Flames of fire and molten copper will be set against you, and you will not be able to defend one another. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? How horrible will it be when the heavens will split apart, becoming rose red like burnt oil? Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? On that day there will be no need for any human or jinn to be asked about their sins. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? The wicked will be recognized by their appearance, then will be seized by their forelocks and feet. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? They will be told, this is the hell which the wicked denied. They will alternate between its flames and scalding water. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Reward of the foremost believers. And whoever is in awe of standing before their Lord will have 2 gardens. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Both will be with lush branches. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? In each garden will be 2 flowing springs. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? In each will be 2 types of every fruit. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Those believers will recline on furnishings lined with rich brocade, and the fruit of both gardens will hang within reach. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? In both gardens will be maidens of modest gaze, which no human or jinn has ever touched before. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Those maidens will be as elegant as rubies and coral. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Is there any reward for goodness except goodness? Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Reward of the people of the right. And below these 2 gardens will be 2 others. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Both will be dark green. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? In each will be 2 gushing springs. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? And in both will be fruit, palm trees and pomegranates. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? In all gardens will be noble, pleasant mates. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? They will be maidens with gorgeous eyes reserved in pavilions. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? No human or jinn has ever touched these maidens before. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? All believers will be reclining on green cushions and splendid carpets. Then which of your Lord's favors will you both deny? Blessed is the name of your Lord, full of majesty and honor. Surah Al-Waqi'ah, the inevitable event. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. The 3 groups on Judgment Day. When the inevitable event takes place, then no one can deny it has come. It will debase some and elevate others. When the earth will be violently shaken and the mountains will be crushed to pieces, becoming scattered particles of dust, you will all be divided into 3 groups. The people of the right, how blessed will they be? The people of the left, how miserable will they be? And the foremost in faith will be the foremost in paradise. Number 1, the foremost. They are the ones nearest to Allah in the gardens of bliss. They will have a multitude from earlier generations. They will be a multitude from earlier generations and a few from later generations. And will be on jeweled thrones, reclining face to face. They will be waited on by eternal youths with cups, pitchers, and a drink of pure wine from a flowing stream that will cause them neither headache nor intoxication. They will also be served any fruit they choose and meat from any bird they desire. And they will have maidens with gorgeous eyes. And they will have maidens with gorgeous eyes like pristine pearls, all as a reward for what they used to do. There they will never hear any idle or sinful talk, only good and virtuous speech. Number 2, people of the right. And the people of the right, how blessed will they be? They will be amid thornless lote trees, clusters of bananas, extended shade, flowing water, abundant fruit, never out of season nor forbidden, and elevated furnishings. Indeed, we will have perfectly created their mates, making them virgins, loving and of equal age for the people of the right, who will be a multitude from the earlier generations and a multitude from later generations. People of the left. And the people of the left, how miserable will they be? They will be in scorching heat and boiling water, in the shade of black smoke, neither cool nor refreshing. Indeed, before this torment, they were spoiled by luxury and persisted in the worst of sin. They used to ask mockingly, when we are dead and reduced to dust and bones, will we really be resurrected? And our forefathers as well? Say, O Prophet, Most certainly, earlier and later generations will surely be gathered together for the appointed day. Then you, O misguided deniers, will certainly eat from the fruit of the trees of Zaqqum, filling up your bellies with it. Then on top of that you will drink boiling water, and you will drink it like thirsty camels do. This will be their accommodation on the day of judgment. Allah's power, number one, creating humans. It is we who created you. Will you not then believe in resurrection? Have you considered what you ejaculate? Is it you who create a child out of it, or is it we who do so? We have ordained death for all of you, and we cannot be prevented from transforming and recreating you in forms unknown to you. You already know how you were first created. Will you not then be mindful? Causing, number two, Allah's power, number two, causing plants to grow. Have you considered what you sow? Is it you who cause it to grow, or is it we who do so? If we willed, we could have simply reduced this harvest to chaff, leaving you to lament. We have truly suffered a great loss. In fact, we have been deprived of our livelihood. Allah's power, number three, bringing rain down. Have you considered the water you drink? Is it you who bring it down from the clouds, or is it we who do so? If we willed, we could have made it salty. Will you not then give thanks? Number four, producing fire from trees. Have you considered the fire you kindle? Is it you who produce its trees, or is it we who do so? We have made it as a reminder of the hellfire and a provision for the travelers. So glorify the name of your Lord, the greatest. Message to Quran deniers. So I do swear by the position of the stars, and this, if you only knew, is indeed a great oath, that this is truly a noble Quran in a well-preserved record, touched by none except the purified. It is a revelation from the Lord of all worlds. How can you then take this message lightly and repay Allah for your provisions with denial? A challenge to deniers of the hereafter. Why then are you helpless when the soul of a dying person reaches their throat while you are looking on? We are nearer to such a person than you, but you cannot see. Now, if you are not subject to our will as you claim, bring that soul back if what you say is true. Which of the three will you be? So if the deceased is one of those brought near to us, then such a person will have serenity, fragrance, and a garden of bliss. And if the deceased is one of the people of the right, then they will be told, greetings to you from the people of the right. But if such a person is one of the misguided deniers, then their accommodation will be boiling water to drink and burning in hellfire. Indeed, this is the absolute truth. So glorify the name of your Lord, the greatest. Surah Al-Hadid, iron. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, Allah's knowledge and might. Whatever is in the heavens and the earth glorifies Allah, for He is the Almighty, All-Wise. To Him belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He gives life and causes death, and He is most capable of everything. He is the first and the last, the most high and the most near, and He has perfect knowledge of all things. He is the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, then established Himself on the throne. He knows whatever goes into the earth and whatever comes out of it, and whatever descends from the sky, and whatever ascends into it. And He is with you wherever you are. For Allah is all-seeing of what you do. To Him belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah all matters are returned. He merges the night into day and the day into night, and He knows best what is hidden in the heart. Believe and support Allah's cause. Believe in Allah and His messenger, and donate from what He has entrusted you with. So those of you who believe and donate will have a mighty reward. Why do you not believe? Why do you not believe in Allah while the messenger is inviting you to have faith in your Lord, although He has already taken your covenant, if you will ever believe? He is the one who sends down clear revelations to His servant to bring you out of darkness and into light. For indeed Allah is ever gracious and most merciful to you. Why do you not donate? And why should you not spend in the cause of Allah while Allah is the sole inheritor of the heavens and the earth? Those of you who donated and fought before the victory over Mecca are unparalleled. They are far greater in rank than those who donated and fought afterwards. Yet Allah has promised each a fine reward, and Allah is all aware of what you do. A generous reward for the generous. Who is it that will lend to Allah a good loan, which Allah will multiply many times over for them, and they will have an honorable reward? On that day you will see the believing men and women with their light shining ahead of them and on their right. They will be told, today you have good news of gardens under which rivers flow for you to stay in forever. This is truly the ultimate triumph. The hypocrites entrenched in darkness. On that day, hypocrite men and women will beg the believers, wait for us so that we may have some of your light. It will be said mockingly, go back to the world and seek light there. Then a separating wall with a gate will be erected between them. On the near side will be grace, and on the far side will be torment. The tormented will cry out to those graced, were we not with you? They will reply, yes, you were, but you chose to be tempted by hypocrisy, eagerly awaited our demise, doubted the truth, and were deluded by false hopes until Allah's decree of your death came to pass. And so the chief deceiver deceived you about Allah. So today, no ransom will be accepted from you hypocrites, nor from the disbelievers. Your home is the fire. It is the only fitting place for you. What an evil destination. Hardened hearts. Has the time not yet come for believers' hearts to be humbled at the remembrance of Allah and what has been revealed of the truth, and not be like those given the scripture before, those who were spoiled for so long that their hearts became hardened, and many of them are still rebellious? Know that Allah revives the earth after its death. We have certainly made the signs clear for you, so perhaps you will understand. Reward of the faithful. Indeed, those men and women who give in charity and lend to Allah a good loan will have it multiplied for them, and they will have an honorable reward. As for those who believe in Allah and His messengers, it is they who are truly the people of truth. And the martyrs with their Lord will have their reward and their light. But as for those who disbelieve and reject our signs, it is they who will be the residents of the hellfire. Fleeting life versus eternal life. Know that this worldly life is no more than play, amusement, luxury, mutual boasting, and competition in wealth and children. This is like rain that causes plants to grow to the delight of the planters. But later the plants dry up and you see them wither. Then they are reduced to chaff. And in the hereafter, there will be either severe punishment or forgiveness and pleasure of Allah. Whereas the life of this world is no more than the delusion of enjoyment. So compete with one another for forgiveness from your Lord and a paradise as vast as the heavens and the earth, prepared for those who believe in Allah and His messengers. This is the favor of Allah. He grants it to whoever He wills, and Allah is the Lord of infinite bounty. Everything is destined. No calamity or blessing occurs on earth or in yourselves without being written in a record before we bring it into being. This is certainly easy for Allah. We let you know this so that you neither grieve over what you have missed, nor boast over what He has granted you. For Allah does not like whoever is arrogant, boastful, those who are stingy and promote stinginess among people. And whoever turns away should know that Allah alone is truly the self-sufficient, praiseworthy. Prophets and justice. Indeed, we sent our messengers with clear proofs, and with them we sent down the scripture and balance of justice, so that people may administer justice. And we sent down iron with its great might, benefits for humanity and means for Allah to provide who is willing to stand up for Him and His messengers without seeing Him. Surely Allah is all-powerful, almighty. Noah and Abraham. And indeed we sent Noah and Abraham and reserved prophethood and revelation for their descendants. Some of them are rightly guided, while most are rebellious. Jesus and his followers. Then in the footsteps of these prophets, we sent our messengers, and after them we sent Jesus, son of Mary, and granted him the gospel, and instilled compassion and mercy into the hearts of his followers. As for monasticism, they made it up. We never ordained it for them, only seeking to please Allah, yet they did not even observe it strictly. So we rewarded those of them who were faithful, but most of them are rebellious. And appeal to Jews and Christians, O people of faith, fear Allah and believe in his messenger, and he will grant you a double share of his mercy, provide you with a light to walk in on judgment day, and forgive you. For Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. This is so that the people of the book who deny the Prophet may know that they do not have any control over Allah's grace, and that all grace is in Allah's hands. He grants it to whoever he wills, for Allah is the Lord of infinite bounty. نشهد أن لا إله